Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is another demo video, and what we're demonstrating for you today is another fun toy that we just got from the last craft day, and this is the Crafters Companion Master Creator Scoreboard. It was a bundle sold on HSN. I think as of this moment, you can still get it. It comes with your scoreboard, the bone folder, and the triangular ruler. You get your Master Creator instruction booklet, which has all the, like, a gazillion different sizes of envelopes, envelope boxes, gift boxes, and all kinds of stuff. It also came with a corner and notcher punch. It came with a card template bundle, which it has all the templates that you can make all these different cards, and really cool. And then it also came with a trial pack of pastel cardstock. This is 12 by 12. This is 120 GSM. So I think that, wait, 5 colors, 6 of each, 60 sheets of 120 GSM, 5 colors, 6 each, and then 230 GSM. 5 colors, 6 of each. It just says 60 pieces, though. I wonder which one. Maybe it's half and half? Let's see. Well, we gotta have paper anyways. So we might as well see what this bundle's all about. Corner notcher punch, kind of self-explanatory. Template, self-explanatory. But the paper, that's interesting. Let's see what that means. What does that mean? So is it half and half? Oh, okay. So this is the 120. It's like, it's really light. It's super lightweight. So is there any other? Oh, I see. So yeah. So there's this. There's these colors here. I'm guessing this is one. No, this feels like there. No. It was just all stuck together is what it was. So this all feels very light. This actually almost feels just a hair more than text weight. It's not too much thicker than text weight. It's not. So what is this? Okay, and then, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. So there must be, I'm guessing, 60 of each. Let's see how many of this, because this is the 230. So this is the 120, which is right around 65 pound-ish. And then there's 230. So, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of each. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is. There's 30. There's 30 of each one. So you get 30 of the light and 30 of the heavier. And they come in yellow, like a fun orangey peach color, like a pale pink, a lavender, and that teal. Very much like spring, Easter colors. Really fun for that. Either one of these, though, I don't know as if I would use. I don't think they're thick enough for boxes. But envelopes for sure. Definitely envelopes. You could use this for envelopes. I think maybe some of the boxes, the ones that fold in over on themselves, it would be heavy enough for that since you're going to double up the sidewall anyways. And then you could always put a layering piece on the bottom to thicken that up as well. Would be, I think you could work with that on the 230 GSM ones. So there is that. But we'll definitely try these as we're going through and testing out all the different features of the scoreboard, which I think would be really fun. Oh, you know what, though? The lighter stuff, the 120, like, would be perfect for doing rosettes. That's probably what it was. It's perfect for doing rosettes and the bows. Actually, thinking about it now is probably why they included those. That weight is for bows and rosettes and things. That you need a lighter cardstock to make it folding easier. where you have like in a rosette a lot of folds. So yeah, so we'll use those where appropriate. And so let's look at this template bundle. Well, actually, let's just, where's my little opener? Let's see what the templates are. And see what these look like. So you get 15 templates. Oh yeah, look at these. Okay. They're a nice, thick template too. They're very durable. So you won't have to worry about ruining them. I've gotten some stencils before that were uber thin, and you were like, ugh, all the delicate pieces. You were wondering if it was even going to last. So yeah, so let's see. All-in-one envelope card. 7 by 10 3/4 is probably the size of paper. So this probably dictates the size of paper that you're going to need to make this envelope here. All-in-one envelope card. Oh, that's kind of cool. I wonder which one this one is. There is probably a picture of it. Oh, like this. Oh, so it all folds in. Oh, how fun is that? That's pretty cool. So yeah, there's all kinds of them. Let's see. So, oh, I went backwards. Whoops. That was the last one. So is there bigger? Is there one bigger one? Oh, they're all different sizes is what it is. Oh, this is the rocker. I've been seeing this one on Facebook. People do. This one looks really fun. And that's this one right here. Yeah, but look at all those different designs. You even get a circle easel card. 2 sidestep rocker card. Oh, that one there. That one. Yeah. How fun is that? But these are the templates. So all varying size of templates, all different styles. And there are 15 of them. So let's put this here. And let's see. So that's those. So then this is like basically your creator Bible here. It comes with like so many dimensions. When I saw Sarah demonstrate this, or Sarah demonstrate it on HSN's preview for it, the Today Special, yeah, she was flipping through this and there was like a gajillion of them. So flat envelopes, you just go through and you pick a size that you need, and then it tells you what paper size to cut it at and then what scale mark to put it on to do your scoring at. And all the flat envelopes, 2 to 8 inches. So at an 8-inch, and anywhere it's highlighted in blue, it means you're going to need a piece of paper that is larger than 12-inch. Yeah. So there you go there. And they're all square too. So the papers you're cutting are square. Which, yeah, if you go on Amazon and stuff, you can actually get paper that's larger than 12 inches. Because they make like newsprint size and all kinds of stuff. So deep envelope boxes. So you got 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. 1 inch deep envelope, 3D boxes. Well, I think let's pop out the, let's see, this is the envelope notcher. This is what's going to make your bows, round your corners, and then also notch out for the envelopes and the boxes and the corners. And then let's get the scoreboard out, because that's really what it's all about here, isn't it? It comes in plastic as well. Let's see. And this is it. This is the scoreboard. So it has an integrated cutter on it. One of these, it has this integrated piece as well. One side has a lip that comes up, and when you flip it over, which is where you score. If you want to score your paper, you have this side up, and it gives you a spot to butt your paper up to, an edge, and that way you can stay sturdy when you're going to score. It looks like it has numbers on the bottom and the top, so whether you're right or left-handed, however you choose to do that, it's got it for either side. And then located on the bottom, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. It just kind of flipped over. Located on the bottom though is your scoring tool and a quick, this is, you need this for to make the envelopes and score the boxes and stuff. But storage space for that as well. And on it, it has, like to make a quick envelope or box envelope. If all you're wanting to do is, something that is simple in a normal size, like a basic size. Really easy. So yeah, so let's get started. Let's make let's see, I'm gonna flip this over. So let's see, on the bar too, it says what it does: trim or score. So on the trim side, this notch is gonna drop into this groove here, and then these two here will line up in the slot top and bottom like this. So it should be totally flat when you go to use it as a trimming board. So are we, yeah, as a trimming board. So there we go there. And so let's go ahead and pick what we want to do here. So I think card size. So you can go, let's see, I usually do 5x7. So let's do a regular envelope. 5x7, you're going to need it 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. And a regular envelope, we can definitely use the lighter paper for that. And we'll just kind of go through and see how that works. Let me pop these back in their little, in this envelope, because I'm going to just store these in here. Hang on one second. Like that. We'll keep that stored in there. We'll grab out a lightweight cardstock. I think let's go spring. Let's go yellow. Well, that's the heavier one. Let's go, I'm gonna go this way. And then we will, let's see, we don't need this right now. And we said a 5x7. So for a quick 5x7 was 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. So let's go ahead and let's see, we're gonna go 9 3/4. Oh, so this has quarter inch marks on it. If you look, it's got, so you got your inch, quarter, and then your quarters, and then the line in the middle is your eighth. It's not marked, but at least the line is there, the groove is there for your eighth, which is nice. The numbers are a little small. They are a little bit smallish for seeing very well. But that's okay. So 9 3/4. Yeah, they are a little small. It's nice they got a good contrast up there, though. Okay, wow, the trimmer works great. And then we'll do rosettes out of those. And so now what we have to do is we want to score. So we're going to flip this over. And it has to go this way. So you want this edge to be over by the scoring portion of it. And what did it say that we do? So then you take this guy and you 5x7, 4 and an 1/8. So on here, you're going to come down, and 4 and an 1/8 is going to be the mark right after the 4 and just before the quarter. So right in the middle of those two. So this one here. And then you're going to take this corner edge, excuse me, and you're going to line it up with this diagonal. So you should have a smooth line all the way down. And this has a little groove notch where it locks into, it'll actually lock into one of the grooves here. And that way it'll help keep it stable. But make sure you're all the way to where this is smooth. You want that to be smooth. You don't want to be over like this. You're not going to be lined up properly. So just like that. So this lines up on 5 3/8. The edge of where this should be is 5 3/8. So right there in between the quarter and the half is where this lines up. It settles in. Okay, and so then what they said to do was you take and you turn your paper on an angle like this, and you run this corner all the way down to 4 1/8, like this. And then you're going to come up here, and where it says score right here, you're going to take and you're going to run your, oh wow, that didn't go too good there. 4 1/8. So you want to go under this piece here. There's actually a space for that. And you want to go 4 1/8. So you kind of actually want to hold this because it wants to come out of the little groove. And then you score it all the way down. Oh yeah, see, because it moved, it shifted my paper. Dang it. And then, so then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your paper clockwise, so with the clock. And then you're just going to line up this line, which I don't know where that is. Let me cut another one. Hang on. Let me cut another one because it slipped. Huh, that's not too steady. That little piece there. Huh. Let me get another one. And let's go ahead and, so I flipped this back over, right? And let's see, flip the bar over. So go 9 3/4. So we're lining it up on 9 3/4. And you could do it at the bottom if you want to. You could technically do it down here. You could line up at 9 3/4 would be there. And then go ahead and steady Eddie, cut, flip, 9 3/4. Steady Eddie. The attached cutter is kind of nice there. And this is actually really thin. I thought it was going to be bigger, and it's a nice size. So now what we want to do is figure out this whole envelope business. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So let's get this lined back up. So yeah, it doesn't like lock in, it just kind of sits there. So then this is supposed to turn on its little angle to where you got a little triangle you're working with. And you're supposed to go under this bar. We're lined up there all the way down to 4 1/8. Let me see. I don't know about this whole business. It's not very steady. Okay, and then once you get that line, you're supposed to turn clockwise, so that way, and then you're supposed to take to where it's a triangle again, and you're supposed to line this up at the bottom of that bar, the bottom of that triangle. At the bottom right there. And like that, and then you're going to just keep doing that until you come all the way back around to the first one you started with. So there again, clockwise, not counterclockwise, clockwise. Turn it. And if you know you're doing it properly, this short one here should be on 4 1/8 as well. And that's where we're at. And then last one, turn it again. Line this up at the bottom of that little triangle there. And score it, and score all the way to the end of the paper. There we go. So we finally got that. There we go. Right? And then you get to take this handy dandy gadget and go in the corner. Yeah, like that, and then punch it. So this notch here lines up with this X here. So see, like this. See how it lines up with that one? Wait. And it makes it nice and rounded for you. It makes it really user-friendly, making that envelope. Like that, right? That's pretty good. You might already have the Spellbinders one. There we go. And then what you can do is you can take the other side. See, it says notch there. That's the one we just used. And how it goes straight. This one has a corner. This rounds your corners. So you can actually round your corners like so. Like that. There we go. Okay, so let's move this over, fold this up, and see what we think of our little envelope. And I've got a couple 5x7 cards I just made. And like so. So we're just folding all these. And you can have this open on any side that you want. So if you want it to be a coin style, you can have it open this way. Or if you want it to be regular, you can go this way. And then Sarah, she puts adhesive all the way on all of this, and then she just folds it in. So I think I'm going to do that too. And she just uses a little tape runner when she does it. So I think I'm going to follow suit with score tape. I'm just going to go like this and see what we think about that. And I generally, when I make envelopes, and when I was selling them at the craft fairs, I would actually put score tape on the top of the envelope. I would put the cards in a glassine bag with a corresponding envelope. So I just lightly tacked it here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this down and go like that. And then press. Well, that's not very pretty. Okay, is that better? Okay, that's a little better. It wasn't very pretty. But I would put score tape here and here, so that way it already had a seal on it for the recipient, and they didn't have to figure out how the person that purchased it wouldn't have to figure out how to get the glue on it, right? What do I do? How do I close it? How do I mail it? You know what I mean? But now let's grab one of our cards, a flatter one, and see how well it works in it. So I made this one the other day. It doesn't really go with our card, but it will make for a nice 5x7 tester. Oh, well, the test is make sure to fold your envelope piece over to where, oh yeah, look at that size. That is great, isn't it? That is a great size. That fits it perfect. But you have to remember, yeah, there's adhesive there still, so you have to make sure to cover all that. Well, one side was a little bit farther, huh? Well, I don't like that. I probably, yeah, I don't like that too good because it's sticky right there. Let's try this one more time. Okay, third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm. Let's give it a whirl and see what we can do. But this time, I'm gonna do a lavender because it'll go with that card, and then I can use it. Is this the lavender, or is that the? I think we're gonna go with this color. We're gonna go with that color. And okay, so let's go. Let's do the trimming again. And we're gonna go 9 3/4. 9 3/4. Square. Like so. And then we need our little envelope board up here, or this envelope maker up here. This goes to 4 1/8, like so. And then you're gonna just hold this and score. Boy, not a fan of this. How this works, then rotate it clockwise. I don't know, it shifts too much. It's too much shifting. We're trying it again though. Have an open mind here. Whoops. There. Rotate again. Go up to the bottom of the triangle. And there we go. And now we will notch it. It's pretty quick, you gotta admit that. It's all, you trim your paper, you score it, you notch it, you punch it. And yeah, this is pretty good. I mean, it's all handy dandy right here in one foul swoop. So you can't deny that, that's for sure. That makes it pretty convenient. And there we go there. And there we go there. And so now what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to just put score tape here, like I usually do. Like this. This is what I usually do, is put on these two flaps. And then what I'm going to do is on the end of this, I'm just going to put a little right there. So I can go ahead and turn it in and it will stick, but it won't stick to anything else. I probably actually should have waited on that one. Whoops. Hang on, let me put this back. And that way I can fold this over. Press this down to where it looks nice, right? And then go back and peel this and then turn it in on itself. What do we think? Like that? And we could probably, right? And what do we think? That's not so bad, right? Let's see if it works. This is a very thick card too. And what do we think of that, right? That's pretty good. That looks pretty good, right? And it matches my card now. That is pretty nice. I think that works pretty good. I love that. Okay, now we got an envelope for this one. I think I would still cut that off instead. I'm not a fan of how this looks. So I think to make it look a little more uniform, I would cut it down here. And I think that would be much nicer looking. But in all, I mean, realistically, the person's going to tear it open and then throw it out. So do we really need to be worried about that? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And so now what we're going to do is, so that's the first thing. You can make envelopes. So now it says we can make box envelopes with this as well. So let's go, let's do one of those little A2 size 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 ones. So let's do envelope box size. This is the card size. So this says by 3/4. We're going to get 3/4 of it. You can't do a 1/2 inch? Oh, okay. So it's not on here. So let's go to our book. The book of instruction. And let's see what we get on this guy. So let's go boxed envelopes. Flat envelopes. Flat. Deep boxes. Envelope boxes. 1/2 inch deep envelope boxes. And we want a... Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to figure out what size you want. So we want 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Wait, let's go back. What do flat envelopes say? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It says an 8 by 8. It says 8 by 8. So card size. So black bold, this here is finished card size. So ours is a 4 1/4, which they don't have. So you can't go 4, that's too small. So we're going to have to go 4 1/2 by 5 1/2, I guess, is the finished card size. So we can do 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. So what you're going to do is you're going to take And you're going to go 4.5. You're going to put a paper there so you can line up there. And then you're going to do one at 5.5 on the top up here. And then you're going to go where these two meet. That's the size you need. So this is saying we need 8.25 size paper. And then our scoring mark is going to be 3.75. Inner mark. Yeah. Inner mark. Okay. So this said we needed 8.25. So let's grab an 8.25 piece. Let's grab a piece for 8.25 for one of our little boxed envelope guys, because we only want it to be a 1/2 inch deep. So for like this little guy here, we'll do this one. So we are 8.25. So let's trim this up, 8.25. Well, so 8.25 square, like so. And now let's grab our envelope. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna make sure that it's all lined up like that, nice and even and straight. We're gonna pop this on. It said 3.75 is where we had to, was our first mark. And now, how do you get it to be a box though? Okay, so score there, and then what do we do? Envelope boxes. So you score there. Oh, so once you score the first one that they have you do at 3.75, you're going to take and you're going to put this line at the bottom of that triangle. Right there. I'm pretty sure that that is what it's saying to me. That's what the picture indicates. Okay, and now we want to still rotate clockwise, so turning to the right. And you want to take and you want to line this up, I believe, at the first one still, at the top line. The bottom of the triangle at the top line. And place against the straight where line up the first score line to the edge line, extended corner. Score a second line from the top notch. I believe we just put it on the first line and we score that line. And then we're still going to, I think, score here. I think that's what we do. And now we rotate again clockwise, so to the right. We're going to line up the very first one with this one. We're going to score here. And then we're also going to score at the bottom of this triangle here, right in that corner there. And it doesn't exactly line up. It'll just fall into a groove. So rotate again to the right. Line up the top line at the bottom of the triangle. Score your first one up here at the score line there. And then at the bottom of this triangle here. Like so. Okay, there we go. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to notch each of these triangles out. So get your notcher, line these up like, line it up like that. See, so on this first triangle, go over the first triangle and up to that one. And then you're going to do the same on this one. And you're going to punch twice all the way around. And see, this will give you your little flap. So like this, there's the first triangle. There is the second one. Flip. Like that. Like that. And then here we go. And there we go. Okay, and then now what you want to do is you just want to go and clip the other side. You want to clip this like this. And you can make the top of that tab nice and even if you want. If it bothers you. And this creates your tab. So it'll fold in like that. And so then you're going to go on the other side. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And if you want to clean that one up and make it straighter, you can. Like so. Not that anyone is ever going to see this. And you're just going to do that on one side. And so now what you want to do is you want to fold all, so actually now you're going to flip it all the way around like this. So opposite of these two, down here, you're just going to cut these two out. Well, I don't think I want to cut those two. Sarah cut them off, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want all mine to be tabs. So I'm just going to trim them like that. Same thing, cut them out. Cut that little curvy piece off is all I'm doing there. Like that. And now, fold on all the score lines. Like so. Probably should have used a little stiffer piece of cardstock for this, but fold your little tabs up. Like that, but that's okay. And we'll see how this works out. Now, this was a different size than what our card is. Oh, and we gotta round our corners too if we want those to be decorative. So folding on both score lines on all the sides, because you got the 2, 1, and 2. This looks more like a square than a rectangle. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do it properly. I don't know. Okay, but now, so this is gonna go like that. These are gonna go in like this, and then you'll be able to push your little tabs in and close it like that. But yeah, it's a square. So does this even fit my card? Where's my card? Before we go to, does it even fit? It doesn't even fit. It doesn't fit. It's too small. I did something wrong here. Yeah, this is like not the proper size. Sorry. Let's see, what is this? Oh, it's like a 5-inch square. Yeah, no wonder. It's way, and then it's 5 and like 3/4-ish this way. 4 3/4 this way, roughly. A little bit bigger than that by 5-inch. Just a hair smaller than 5-inch. Yeah, I did something wrong there. So apparently I did not do this properly. Okay. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's see what we did wrong. Okay. Let's get it done here. Let's see. Envelope boxes. Align the triangle ruler to the edge of the scoreboard. Alright. Triangle ruler, edge of scoreboard, like so. Why are all these upside down? They do this upside down. It seems like they're doing this. All these pictures are upside down. I don't know. But anyways, so then cut paper size to needed. Okay. So I needed 8 and I needed an let's see, we had to do 4.5. 8 1/4 is what I needed. 8 1/4. And let's do 8 1/4 again. 8 1/4. Let's see. 8 1/4. Eight and a quarter. Okay. And then, what does it say to do now? Now it says to, so got our paper cut. Cut paper size for envelope needed. Line up corner of paper to correct measurement for outer score line. on the triangle ruler and score from the notch. From top notch. So this said 3 3/4. 3 3/4. So we're here, right? Score. This is supposed to be the top one, I guess. Okay, so we got that. Now, what does it say? Okay. And then it says to move paper along ruler to correct measurement for inner score line. Oh, that's why there's only one number. Oh, farfig Dugan. Helps if you're... I saw envelope boxes. That's just the instructions. Oh, that's so silly. 1/4 inch deep envelope boxes. Oh my goodness, this is silly. All right, well, let's see if we got... That's why there's 2 numbers here now. Well, let's see. 4.5 by 5.5. Can we... we have to have 5 5/8. Well, be careful when you're doing this. Envelope boxes. This is the instructions for them. This is the actual sizes of them. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Bummer, dude. Bummer. So we have to have one that's 5 5/8. Oi, oi, oi. Well, I'm learning so you guys can know what to pay attention to. 8 5/8 is what this thing says. So 4.5 by 5.5 is our finished card size. So we need 8 5/8. Okay, 8 5/8. So 8 5/8 is going to be the line right after a half. So half, in between half and 3/4, that's 5/8 right there. This one right here, in between these two. 5/8. So right after the half, it's the next one. So you're going to line it up on 5/8. You're going to cut. You're going to rotate in whichever direction you'd like. And line it up again on 5/8. 8 5/8. And that is your paper square. Woo! Got it. Done and done. Okay, so now make sure we're still good to go up there. And we're going to line up. Okay, so now that's where we get that. I was wondering how you got the second one. So the first one is your inner score mark. So on the 5.5. So we're going to go 3 3/4 still. Like so. And then we're going to move the paper to 4 1/8, it says. So move it up just a scant. 4 1/8. It's the line right after the 4. And then you're going to mark there. Now you're going to rotate to the right, clockwise. And you're going to now proceed to line up each of these marks to get your next scoring. Wait, let's double check those instructions. Rotate 90 degrees, place against triangle, line up the first score line, extended corner, score second lines from the top notch. I think you still have to, up here, you still have to line them both up here. I don't think that you're... I don't think you're lining it up. I think we're lining it up with the bottom here, and I think we're still going here. And so then we're just going to shift it up, I believe, and score like that. And then we're going to rotate. And we're still lining it up at the bottom of that triangle piece that sticks out, right? Scoring. And then we're going to shift it up and score again. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, so rotating to the right still. And then shifting up and lining it there. And now let's see what it looks like for my card. Let's see. Will it fit? If it fits, it ships. Oh, it fits in there. It fits in there. So, and because we had to go a little larger, it's, you know, you have a little bit of a gap up here, but the lengthwise, it actually fits in there just perfect. So let's continue. Oh, perfect. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, so now let's notch. So we're going to line up each of the triangle pieces. So like this. And then we're going to go this way. Like that. And then we're going to rotate it and do it on all the different sides on each triangle. Like that. We're going to have little baby tabs. And then line it up on this one. And last one. Right? Isn't that great? Okay, and now we want to cut here and here. Flip it all the way around. Cut there. And then cut there. And then we can go ahead and we can corner notch. So flip it to the other side. So it's pretty. Like so. Like that. And now we're going to fold on all the score lines. So there's 2 on each one, right? And we're going to, that'll give us a 1/4 inch thick little box envelope. Won't that be great? Like this. And like this, too. Yeah, after you get the instructions down, there is a bit of a learning curve. So don't do it with the good paper. Do it with the ugly stuff. Scratch paper or something else. You could use just like text weight copy paper if you want to kind of practice. So this goes like this, and then these are supposed to go up like this. Maybe I wasn't so accurate. I should have been a little bit more accurate with my punching, I guess. So then this goes like this. I wonder if this one would be nicer for the bottom. No, they're both the same. Well, that's okay. If we want to, we can make this other one the top instead, I guess. That'll be fine. We could go like that. Okay, so let's grab and put some score tape here and here. Like so. Like that. And then we'll peel our score tape off. And then I think what I'm going to do is put my card inside and wrap it around. So I've got something to press against. And I'm going to put it upside down so that way it's flat. And it gives, because that's the size of the card. So push my little tabs in here. Trying to hold it nice and, oh, no. See, it's like the top's in. So let's just go ahead and love it right there. And then these go in. I see why she cut those off. Because you don't actually need them. I held these in. The bottom stayed pretty square, though. These shouldn't have gone in so far. And that's why she cuts those off, because they look ugly. They're gangly. So let's just trim those off. And see what that looks like. There, that's actually better. And we could, that passed mustard. That'd be fine. And look how nice that is on that side. That's not so bad. I think that'll work good. That'll be just fine, right? So next one, we'll just make sure that we've got these out. We're more square, right? We'll make sure we're more square. But I think that is a winner chicken dinner. Right there. And a 1/4 inch deep envelope is nice. For housing that little card there. I think that is wonderful. Yeah, so then you can mail that off and that would be delightful. Okay, so there we go there. Okay, so now we got that. A box envelope. Finally got that figured out. Let's do an actual box and see how that goes. Let's see. So there's a bit of a learning curve. There's a bit of a learning curve on it. Yeah, a bit of a learning curve, but that's okay. And I think we still have to have this. Do we have to have this? Let's go to the next one. So that was envelope boxes. But where is... Okay, so we're going to make a double fold box. The 3D boxes. Oh, wait. Deep envelope. Okay, so 3D boxes. Scoreboard. Okay. 3D boxes. A double fold box. I think the double fold would be really nice because that's where you get really strong. That's where you get the really strong ones. But let's just try the 3D boxes first. 3D boxes. Score line. Okay. Okay, so this is your box size. Like, what size of box do you want to do? You could do a 5x7. I think a 5x7 technically is legitimately a 5x7 box. It's not... It doesn't house a 5x7 card. It's just literally a 5x7 box. So, I don't know as if I want it. So 4.5. Oh, that's a big one. So let's go. Well, we don't have to do. Let's just do one of these here. Let's just do a little cute one. Let's do a 4x4 by 1.5. 4x4 by 1.5. It says you need a card size for the lid is 7x7. Card box size. Card size lid. Card size base. Oh. Okay, so you're going to cut one paper at 7x7 and you're going to cut one paper at 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, I can get behind that. Let's see if we can get that out of these two sheets that we cut here. That we messed up on. I messed up on these. Let me see if I can get that out of here. So we're going to do one at, it said 7x7. Let's see. Can we get a 7x7 out of this one? Where are we? Oh, snap. So 7. I don't think so. Let's try it. 7 by 7. Ah, I almost got it all cut off. 7 by 7. I wonder if that would impede. Let's see what it looks like. And then this one was a 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. So you're going to go the line right below, right before 7 is where you're going to trim it off at. This one right here. And so they're already actually adding in what you're going to need to take off for in the base. So this is the base. And then it said to score So we're flipping this over like that. This little edge is up right next to the scoring piece. And this is saying we have to score at, we're doing a little 4x4 box. So 1.5. So we're going to now score at 1.5 right here. 1.5. And you just do that all the way around. Oh, like so. And you're going to do that on this one as well, 1.5. It's the same scoring line. And they've already built in their measurements the 1/8 inch variance for the lid. And so now all you're going to do is you're going to, let's see what they say. I think we're just literally cutting flaps and gluing. Nope. 3D boxes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you're just going to cut out, fold and burnish all the lines, cut a notch at each corner and glue. Yeah, they're just saying you're literally just going to do this. And cut up the score line like that, and then cut a little notch out like that. That's what they're saying. So cut straight. Here, your corners are your flaps, and then on your flaps, you're going to notch it out like that. So straight on here, and then notch it out on the flap. Straight on here, and then notch it out on the flap. And you go as big or small as you want to. And then that's what you're gluing. So then you're going to fold all of these. And it's just a box. You don't have to get crazy with it, because all these lines only have to be at 90. They don't have to be any more than that. Okay. And now you're just going to bring up the sides. Hey. You're literally going to bring up the sides like so. And glue these tabs all on like this. And so let's go ahead and pop some glue on. And adhere our tabs. You're just going to line it up on the edge there and at the top up here. Like that. Hold it till it's secure. And this is just text weight. This isn't anything. This is that light GSM, the 120 GSM. It's like 65 pound. And so line it up at the top. Like that. And then on the edge. And that was fun. We got to use the little pieces I messed up on to make a box. To test it out. See how we like it. Like so. I love that the pamphlet gives you all the different sizes of boxes. And I mean, and a totally easy way to make them. And then look, cute. That is super, super cute, right? Now let's go ahead and do this one. And now I don't know if that's the lid or what that is. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the lid or if that's the bottom, but we'll put them together and see what happens. Okay, so after you get all those folded, you just go back and on the flaps you notch. So straight on the flap, and then, or on the side. This is your side, and then on the flap here, you're gonna notch it right to the corner. So straight, and then notch. And then straight, wait, notch. And on the very last one, probably should go straight. Just saying. Boom, notch. What? And now glue all your flaps on. and we will see what we made. So line it up with the top edge and the side, on the side and on the top edge like that. So push it in, line it up on the top edge like that, and on the side, making sure it looks nice. Everything's super happy. A little glue. And this being text weight and that art glitter glue, this is going nowhere. Yeah. And then on the edge like so. And last one. Like that. And then just lining this up on the top there. And this on the edge. And that's the lid or the bottom. Not sure which, but we're going to find out right now. So these two should go together. Oh, that was the bottom. So we made the lid. And boom. That is your perfect box. And then if you wanted to take your notcher, you could punch in the center like this on each side, and it give you a little, whoops, it gives you a little thumb hole. If you wanna, like that. And how cute is that? And you could do it all the way around if you wanted to, but like, right, that's pretty cute. It's two colors. This lid is a little big for my flavor, but depending on if you decorate up the edge or not, yeah, it's a little big for my flavor. I would have liked it to been not an 1/8, but like a 16th, I guess. You don't get that on this board because it doesn't have that measurement, but that's okay. Yeah. It still fits nice. It's not too tight. It stays on. It's not like it falls off or anything. Yeah. But it is a little bit bigger than what I generally like to do. Hang on. And that is primarily due to paper size there again, but they don't have 16ths on here for cutting. They only have quarter and eighths and quarters, and and then up from there. So the smallest that this does in increments is eighths, where most of your other paper trimmers and things, most all your other paper trimmers actually have the 16ths. So you can go even smaller increments. So there is that. So now while this makes for a really nice scoring tool, the trimmer works great and that sort of thing. I think and it comes with all the fun little card templates and things like that. I think it's a really fun tool. It's easy to use for the most part after you get the learning curve down. Am I gonna go away from my other scoreboard? I don't think so, because I actually like the I like how the numbers are on the Score Pal one that I usually use all the time. And as convenient as the paper trimmer is, I don't know as if it's I don't think it's inconvenient for me to not have it attached. Because I generally use my guillotine trimmer all the time. And which means I don't have to replace these. But for something that is super convenient, and if you're going to be scoring and cutting and like you're making rosettes and doing a bunch of things like that, which is just a lot of like making lines on the paper and stuff, I think this is a really great tool, especially because it has the inches at the bottom as well, and it could be right or left too, however you want to do it. This would actually make it go really quick. You flip your thing over, then you can score after you trim it all down. I think that actually, and I love the fact that these tools are integrated into it to store them, which is really nice, because that's the one thing. The Score Pal, the Score Pal only stores the scoring tool. It doesn't store the envelope thing, so I have that tucked away, which I don't even use because it's like, where is that at again? Whereas this is conveniently located on this one. However, the thing I like about this one better is this here is matte and the numbers are larger. I like the fact that the numbers are much larger, like in comparison when you're looking, and that this has a little bit of a sheen. Where are you? Sorry. Get in here, guys. This is matte here, and the numbers are bigger. Whereas this has a bit of a sheen to it. I think you can see these a little better, but it's also because they're bigger. The numbers are bigger, so I do like that. But I love the convenience of all this being stored, and it's nice that it does have a paper trimmer, but it's this one not having a paper trimmer is not a negative. It doesn't adversely affect it, you know. It's not a deal breaker, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for me to have this. So I think because of that, because I use a 16th a lot. Like, I use a 16th a lot. And this doesn't have that as a paper trimmer. I think that's what is the deal breaker for me, because I use that increment a lot. Especially when I make boxes and stuff, because and I make a lot of boxes. I like the fit to be tighter. So there is that. Yeah, there is that. So, but the convenience of this, it's pretty simple to use. Once you get the learning curve down and you don't read the instructions wrong, obviously, right? There is that. But look how nice it is to store all of these here. That actually works out pretty good. It's purple, so it's really pretty. It's got great grippy feet on the bottom of it. Let's go like this. How does this go? It goes like this. Oh, like that. There we go. It's got great grippy feet on the bottom of it. The notcher is awesome and super multi-use. The papers that come with it, perfect for spring. And then you get the little book of instructions that tell you, you know, all the different things to make. Plus you get all the templates. So that's super fun if you're into the tracing of the cards and hand cutting them out and things like that, which really fun. So there is there. But yeah, so that's it's a nice scoreboard, and it's not too much bigger than the Score Pal, so it's barely a little bit thicker than this one, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. You can slide it in somewhere. It's super light, and the cutting on it's really nice. So there is that. So that's it. That's what I got for you today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the demo. And could see that you're going to have a bit of a learning curve. Hopefully I took a little bit of that out for you in the mistakes that I made. And you won't make those going forward, and you'll be able to save some of your supplies, but definitely would recommend busting out the old scratch paper pad and using some of that to practice on first before you dive into your, you know, pretty, really nice stuff. So there it is. Thanks so much for hanging out. Until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.